Have we simply forgotten who we used to be? Tucked away at the base of a harsh cliff in West Africa, the Dogon tribe holds a piece of information that modern science could not verify until very recently. Centuries before the invention of the telescope, the Dogon understood that Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, is not alone. They knew it had an invisible companion, a white dwarf star we now call Sirius B. This diagram maps the exact orbit of Sirius B around Sirius A. According to modern astronomers, that elliptical cycle takes 50.1 years. The Dogon recorded that exact rotational pattern and timeframe in their oral traditions long before Western astronomers plotted it. And the data gets more specific. They knew this tiny companion star was composed of some of the densest matter in the universe. We now estimate that a single cubic inch of Sirius B weighs roughly 1.5 million tons. When researchers eventually asked the Dogon how they acquired this highly specific astronomical data, the tribe pointed to their ancient cave drawings. The images depicted air-breathing, dolphin-like beings called the Namos, descending from the Sirius system to share this exact math. Welcome. The facts surrounding the Dogon suggest their lore is an echoing fragment of something much larger, a remnant of humanity's Golden Age, preserved in the wake of a self-inflicted cataclysm. To trace the origin of this anomaly, we have to look past the boundaries of conventional history and travel roughly 13,000 years into the past, to the absolute peak of human consciousness. Atlantis functioned as a continent-sized laboratory for spiritual technology, governed by a specialized mystery school called the Nakal. Their foundational science was the Merkaba. This geometric star tetrahedron fully surrounded the body, connecting consciousness to higher dimensions. Instead of using lungs, they pulled prana, life force energy, straight down a central channel, directly through an active pineal gland. Their external world mirrored this internal geometry. The Atlantean landmass and its cities were explicitly engineered to map onto the energetic points of a 12-dimensional tree of life. The entire continent vibrated in geometric unison. But total harmony carries a massive blind spot. The Atlantean society was entirely right-brained, deeply experiential, feminine, and trusting. That made them defenseless against an invasion driven by pure calculating logic. The perfection of this Atlantean grid relied on 10 energetic centers, but at that time, human consciousness had only mastered 8. This left 2 rotating energy vortexes unoccupied, a structural void that eventually pulled in a displaced group from Mars. These Martians had already destroyed their own civilization through unchecked technological obsession. They forcibly translated themselves into our timeline, occupying those empty Atlantean vortexes and acting as an ideological virus of arrogance and control. The breaking point came when a massive comet entered Earth's trajectory. The native population, the Lemurians, viewed the comet as a natural occurrence and chose to let it strike as nature intended. The Martians, refusing to yield, demanded they use advanced laser technology to shoot it down. The Martians attempted to destroy the threat but failed. Their weapons broke the comet apart, sending massive fragments shattering into the Atlantic Ocean, right off the western shore of the continent. The impacts critically destabilized the planet. What followed was a violent shift in the Earth's axis. Within a terrifying 20-hour window, the entire geological and magnetic structure of the globe buckled. We know this event occurred because indigenous cultures documented it. This is the Mayan Troano manuscript, a highly detailed data log recording the specific tectonic collapse and the sinking of the Atlantean cities. The continent dropping beneath the waves was only the physical symptom. The real catastrophe was internal. Human consciousness was thrown into an uncontrolled spiral, plummeting out of the higher dimensions down into a dense, darkened state of amnesia. When the Merkaba field stopped spinning during the fall, we lost the memory of how to pull prana through the pineal gland. Forced to adapt to a lower frequency density, we began breathing oxygen through our noses and mouths, causing the pineal gland to physically shrivel and our genetic sequence to fracture. By bypassing the pineal gland, we acquired a mental defect known as polarity consciousness. Suddenly, the unified reality broke into dualities: good and evil, male and female, self and other. That sensation you carry with you every day, The feeling that you are a singular mind trapped inside a fleshy body, looking out at a separate universe, is an illusion. It is the lingering symptom of our long fall. But a fraction of the original wisdom survived. As the waters consumed Atlantis, a small cohort from the Mystery School, led by an ascended master named Thoth, escaped the collapse in a ship propelled entirely by thought and frequency. They landed in the tropical rainforest of Kem, what is now the Egyptian desert. Burying their ship beneath the Great Pyramid of Giza, these masters waited in silence for 6,000 years, slowly working to rebuild the Earth's consciousness grid from beneath the sand. Which brings us back to the Dogon. Their knowledge of Sirius B is a cosmic lifeline, a deliberately preserved transmission from that ancient network, proving that the science of our ancestors remains intact. Today, our modern society operates almost entirely on cold, left-brained logic. We prioritize technological dominance over ecological harmony. We are repeating the exact behavioral pattern of the Martians. We have the capacity to reconnect the Merkaba and remember who we are, but time is running short. Wake up from the amnesia before the waters rise again. If you're ready to look past the illusion, subscribe to From the Heart, and we'll see you in the next video.